weather. I can barely see anything. Many of us who moved to Florida or planning on moving to Florida came because we wanted the heat, the warmth, the sunshine, because many of us came from the north where it snows and it's very, very cold in the winter, and the winters can last very long. So after a few decades of shoveling snow, putting heavy clothes on, so there's a few things that we should be aware of when living in Florida. When I say Florida, I will talk about what I know, Tampa south, because the weather north will be definitely different. I definitely notice the further south I go in Florida, the stronger the sun feels, especially in the summertime. I love the sun, I love the heat, but doesn't mean that I stay in the sun and just sit under it, because it will burn a hole through me. It's that strong. If you're not accustomed to the sun, if you sit out there, you will burn. So it's really important to take precautions from the sun and just from the heat in general. You do not want to get heat stroke. Heat stroke is deadly, or can be deadly. It definitely affects elderly and the younger people and people who are involved in sports. So it's pretty much a little bit of everybody who needs to watch out for this. It's really important that you drink water, maybe other sports drinks, whatever it is that you like, but fluids in general, you need a lot of it, because you will dehydrate, and sometimes maybe you just don't feel thirsty, and then you're not drinking, and the next thing you know, you have a massive headache, you start seeing little spots, you're feeling dizzy. Those are signs that you're definitely dehydrated. So even if you're not thirsty, keep drinking that water, keep drinking fluids. Caffeine's not really a good thing to drink when you're trying to stay hydrated, so just look for water and power drinks, even soups, fruits, anything that has fluid in it. And the other thing too, when you're out and about, and if you plan on staying outside, is make sure you have your SPF, because you need to protect yourself. You think you're just walking around a little bit and you're not gonna get a lot of sun. You get a lot more sun than you think. Even when it's a little cloudy, you can get burned. Some of the things that we use to stay cool are fans like this. You put water in here, they run on batteries, the fan runs, you spritz, and then you stay cool. These are awesome to have. I need to put my batteries in and put the water in because it's getting hot. Matter of fact, we have an invest out coming into the Gulf of Mexico, which could turn into a tropical storm, so we're watching out for that for this week. So stay tuned to see what happens with that. But today we went to Sam's Club and stocked up on cases of water, got some Gatorade, and a few other things. Always make sure that you're prepared for Florida's weather, especially in the summer. Hurricane season is from June 1st to November 30th. So hurricanes can happen anytime, and you don't even need to have a hurricane to have some bad weather and a lot of flooding. So we're new to St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay area, and I hear that this definitely is a flood zone and can get flooded. So hopefully we'll be okay. So one of the other things that you will see some people use down here are umbrellas when you're walking. If you like to walk, you want to have that umbrella. And I'm not talking about summertime, because that's when the sun's strong. And not only is the sun strong, it rains out of nowhere in the afternoon for maybe 15 minutes or so. So that umbrella comes in handy. Always have it with you. Of course, when you carry the umbrella, that's the day it won't rain, and then when you don't have your umbrella, it's gonna rain on you. It's just one of those things. So we always have our umbrellas on us, near us, so we're prepared for whatever comes our way. We even carry extra clothes in our car because we have been drenched down to our underwear. And if we're not coming straight home, we need to change our clothes. Something to think about. Seriously, you try to leave the grocery store to your car, and it's not that far, you can get soaked. A lot of people just wait it out and wait for the rain to slow down, but sometimes it doesn't. You just never know. So having that extra clothes in the car, towels, things like that, just makes you feel a little more comfortable. Having baby wipes so you can wipe yourself down, paper towels. We're always prepared wherever we are, in the car or at home. The other thing that some people who work outdoors, I don't know how they do it in the summer because it's so hot in the sun. People who do landscaping, for example, they use these cool gel or these cooling little towels that they wet and they squeeze and they wrap around in your neck and it stays cool. And a couple of other things that we use are Jello pillows. That's what they're called. I'll put my Amazon affiliate link below so you can see what it is. But the one I get is just, you know, size of my dog, size of my Chihuahua. He has one and he likes to sit on it when it gets hot. And it just, you know, keeps him cool. And I have one for our son who gets hot at night, so he puts them, you know, on top of his pillow and it keeps him cool at night. But those are nice to have because if the power ever were to go out, you're gonna want your fans, you're gonna wanna have lots of extra water at home, and those gel packs keep you cool because when it's hot and you can't cool off, it's not good. Even with all the heat, I don't go anywhere without my sweat jacket in the summer because the restaurants, grocery stores, to me, are very, very cold. So I always have that on hand. So if you're a person who gets cold like me, you're gonna want to carry that sweat jacket. Some of you don't get cold like I do and you don't need to worry about it. So you'll find out when you move here, or if you already live here, you already know. Now there's some people who just don't like the heat and you don't know it until you get here and you just can't breathe, and it can be a problem. So it's something to think about. It's something that I've experienced going out west. As beautiful as it is out west, I found it very difficult to breathe, mainly because it was so dry. Other people breathe better when it's dry, and there's other people like me who prefer when it's more humid. Now we'll say through the whole winter it's pretty dry, but it's not as dry as out west, so I don't have a problem with my breathing. From say December to March, April, depending on the year, the weather's perfect to me pretty much every day. You rarely put the heat on. This year, yes, we were in Pensacola, but even down further, I heard people that put their heat on. But in the 8 years we lived in Sarasota County, maybe 2 nights of the year we would put the heat on. Other than that, we never put the heat on. Many people who swim in the Gulf of Mexico or go swimming during the summer, they will wear long t-shirts. There's special shirts that are made to go swimming. They're really light and they have an SPF 50 in them because sun can actually go through your clothing. And people wear that just to protect themselves. And if you're into exercising, you're gonna wanna do it early morning or evening because it's just not good. I see people running during the day in July and here in Florida, and it's hot outside. I don't know how they do it. I don't think it's good for you, but if it works for them, maybe it's fine. But you'd find me on the ground on the side of the road if I even attempted, even thinking about it. It's pretty bad. So stay hydrated, stay cool whenever you can, stay out of direct sun. It's pretty amazing when it's hot out and you're in the shade. Like right now, I'm on my patio. It's warm out, but I'm okay. It feels nice. But if I were to step 2 feet that way, the sun would be on me and it would be just way too hot for me to sit in. The winter is completely different. I could sit out there and be fine because it's not so hot and it's not so humid. Right now, some people think that it's more humid than I do because humidity doesn't really bother me until it gets really, really bad. We do have, like I said, that invest coming this way, so all this moisture is coming our way and it's going to get more humid. And as long as it keeps coming our way, it's going to be interesting. I'll try to record it for you, the rains, because if you're driving and the rain just starts, it's like the ocean falling on you and you can't see on the highway. You're just crossing your fingers you can get home or get off the exit, because literally it happened to us the other day. I couldn't see in front of me at all, and thankfully I was able to eventually see and find out where I was going, but some people were just flying down the highway, and I'm like, where are they going in this kind of rain? Because they can't see. There's no way they can see. They're just flying. And everybody else is going like as slow as I am, if not slower. So I don't know what they're thinking. It's just dangerous for them, and it's dangerous for everybody else. And there's always accidents when it rains like this. So it's why I say just be very careful. And if you have things to do, like grocery shopping, like we did today, I would say do it before the storms, before all the rains, or even on your everyday summer days. Try to do it early in your day before the rains start falling, because it's just no fun. And nowadays, like Sam's Club, you could order online and they'll get it ready. So all you have to do is pull up and put it in your car. You don't even need to waste your time shopping around. And then of course I'm an Amazon shopper, so I buy a lot of my stuff on Amazon. I know some of you don't like the idea of buying from bigger corporations. Just so you know, about half the products on Amazon are sold by people like you and me who work from home, small local businesses, but they sell online because sometimes having a brick and mortar business doesn't make sense. So you are actually supporting a lot of small businesses like myself when you shop online. If Florida's not for you, that's okay. There's other states like Carolinas that might be better for you. You should look into that. They have longer winters, but they're not as bad as, say, back in the Northeast. So, you know, you have to find out what's good for you. If you're taking care of your elderly parents, grandparents, or if you have babies, please keep an eye on them, because sometimes they don't even realize they're being overheated, that they're dehydrated. Never leave your child or pet in a car, never. In minutes, it gets super hot in your car. They can die, and I'm sure you'll probably get arrested if they see that you left your child in the car. It's just not smart. Every year across the United States, you hear about people leaving their kids in the car and they die from the heat. And not just in Florida. It gets hot everywhere in this country in the summer anymore. So just, you know, be careful. I want everyone to have a great summer. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the sun, enjoy the heat, but do it safely. So that's all I have for you today. I'm keeping an eye on that storm. I'll keep you updated. Don't forget to check out our communications area on the main page of our YouTube channel. I have a URL if you forget what our channel name is. So it's just livingfreeforever.com. It'll take you directly to our YouTube channel main page, and you'll see a community tab, and then we can have a discussion. Sometimes I post polls. Sometimes I post an older video I thought that maybe you haven't seen that you might like. I might post, oh, who knows what, something else. It's a great way to stay in touch with each other between videos, so I hope that you check it out. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, click that notification bell so you get notified when I do put a new video up. Again, as always, I really appreciate you being here, watching our videos. I really appreciate when you share them. It's a big deal for us that you do that. Thank you. Don't forget to thumbs up. And most importantly, don't forget to live a passionate life.